Mic check. Sounds like we're good. Oakley dokley, girls and folklies. Hello once again, and good afternoon. It's a boy named Sue, coming at you live straight from the Big Potato. We're back with the Oblivion remaster with a little bit of a change of plans. We're starting the playthrough over. I saw like a little trend on social media, and it was just too cool not to pass up, quite honestly. The trend was where like people were like creating like their cats in Oblivion using the Khajiit race. So obviously I had to do that for little Percy Mauser. And we're gonna do the playthrough as little Percy. I think this will be more fun than what we were doing because it'll give me the ability to like play the game a little bit differently than what I have done before. Because I was kind of falling into like the old sword and shield and bow kind of build that I always did when I played this game. I was playing before. So we're gonna mix in a bunch of different things, some hand-to-hand, some magic, some sneak and whatnot. But yeah, I already started a little bit last night off stream. We got through the sewers and we got through Vilverin. So like the obligatory beginning parts. And now I'm not exactly sure where we're gonna go, where we're gonna make our way to. I guess we could go straight into the city and get things started with the Thieves Guild somewhere, or we could go somewhere and start like Mage's Guild. Try to get some new spells. But yeah, here's little Percy in all of his glory. His sign is the shadow because he is the knight. His skills are right here. Major spells, that is. And his class is Mr. Mauser, because that's what he is. That's the little Mr. Mauser. He just had a big adventure outside in real life, where I took him out and walked him all around. And he's a little dog, basically, and he always has to roll around in fucking dirt. And he'll make himself sick by eating grass too, just like my dog used to. Oh, contracted hell joint. Oh no. Not a diseased little kitty. And here I thought we had our boosters. But yeah, after seeing other people do this little trend, I really couldn't help myself because every time I was seeing a Khajiit or an Argonian playing the remaster, I was kind of wishing that I had started as either of those races. So, kind of works, you know? And I really don't have any problem replaying any part of Oblivion. I've played this game quite a few times, but that was like almost 20 years ago at this point. Okay. If I remember correctly, I just went through this one the other day, and it's really not that long of a dungeon. How much weight, or carry weight, do I have left, though? Enough. And if not, we can make some room.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Nice.
This is the part.
And this.
Good friend, this is an honor. If you're all alone in the woods and you see a troll coming, you run. Problem solved. Next question? Interesting. What's the news from the other part?
Oh, these people are really stupid.
suppose it's gone now.
No, it's not. My personality's being trained. Take that and sell it, at the very least. I'm being lazy. Okay, I think that's it, right? Unless there's some secret part in the wall that I'm not seeing or something. It could just keep wandering for a second, see what happens, you know? Don't really need to have a plan right now. Although we should try to make our way to like a shop or something to sell some stuff. Okay, I think I need to change out the fur gauntlets. It's making me feel a certain type of way. Having the fur gauntlets on the little kitty. This path. leak yours away. The
It's
name
you.
sounds familiar.
Hi. What?
An old priest in Kvatch is worried about strange disappearances. He sounded quite depressed. How can we win if even the priests lose their faith?
Bye.
Hi there. What do you want? The Mythic Dawn have been leaving notes in Talos Plaza. I hope no one believes their lies. Farewell.
How do you do? What can I do for you? Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Let's do business.
Okay, she can take some of these potions at the very least.
That's a fair deal. An excellent bargain. A fine You drive a hard... You've made a good bit of gold. Thank you. Come again. You too.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, hi.
Yes?
You said hi to me.
Those who live by the commands of the Nine receive blessings of strength when they visit way shrines of Tiber Septim. Be seeing ya.
Okay. So if we go north, we're going to Bruma. Go west, we're going to Coral, Wayne Priory, and whatnot. Let's go south. Let's head to like Skingrad.
Speak.
All's well. All's well that ends well. Oh, it's this place.
Dr. Durham in the inn. I'm tired of this minstrel's freak show our town has turned into.
Excuse me. We have a small problem that we hope you can help us with. You may be wondering why you can't see me. We are all wondering the same thing. Everyone in Ayleswell suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty is definitely worn off now. You can imagine how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible. Once you get a reputation as a haunted inn, you can just forget about it. So we've all been keeping quiet, hoping the spell will wear off. But we're running out of patience. We're sure it was Ankatar's doing. We can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful. He's a wizard who took up residence in the ruins of Fort Caractacus a couple of years ago. He's caused us no end of trouble with his magical experiments, but nothing as bad as this. We've tried to find him, but had no luck. If he's still living in the fort, he's hiding from us, and no wonder. If you could find him and get him to remove this cursed invisibility, we will all be in your debt. We're pretty sure he's still hiding out in Fort Caractacus, although he never answers when we've tried to find him. It's just to the southeast of here. Follow the path down the hill, but watch out for the invisible monsters that infest the ruins. Well, it's no problem traveling from the Imperial City to Leowin, if you're a wizard and can walk on water. I'd stay off the roads, though. Bye.
How are you? Fantastic. Thanks for asking. If you've been good, Way Shrines of Dibella may bless your personality. Good to know. Heard any news from the other provinces? I have heard things are bad in Vardenfell. The Telvanni do their best to close the gates, but it is to no avail. This is unbelievable. How can the gods let this happen? Farewell. Hello. Well...
Can I just jump over there? Probably not. Come on, get up there. I don't know.
Go away!
Oh.
I don't want whatever you're selling.
Today I begin my great project on the spontaneous generation of life. I expect that there will be difficult days ahead, but if I succeed, my place among the great mages of history will be assured. Still not able to even reproduce Empedocles' results with maggots. I'm beginning to think his reputation is overblown. Empedocles was right. The mistranslation of sunlit to scorching heat explains my earlier problems. From now on, I will only work in the original Daedric despite the risks. Local peasants came by to complain about the noise. Promised them that all that was behind me. Pleasant if dull-witted crew. Experiment today went better than expected, although the number of rats produced was surprising. They were all remarkably docile, just as Malham predicted, although only I have ever proven it empirically. Villagers again, more complaints. You would think they'd never seen a rat before. They're starting to become a real nuisance. Run into a terrible snag. Galarian's ninth law appears immutable. If the total life generated cannot exceed the cube of the source, this line of research may prove a dead end. Must reread Empedocles for any hint that he was able to circumvent this barrier. Next day, the locals are becoming insufferable. While I was walking in the woods, some of them broke into my laboratory, and spilled the solution I was preparing. Nearly a full quart of purified imp gall wasted. They did not seem to grasp the absurdity of a crowd of unwashed peasants with their dung on their boots, complaining about the smell. It is well past time I did something about this problem. Dug up the notes from my permanent invisibility thesis. No time like the present to put theory into practice. Spell worked, not perfect invisibility, of course, Vanto's third law, but it was more powerful than I expected. And there were none of the side effects that Professor Traven had predicted. Even in my youth, I was already outstripping my elders. Now I can get back to my real work in peace. Alright, where is this idiot? Is he down here? I could have sworn I heard him talking. Maybe he's just inside.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
Okay.
Hello? Who's there? Okay. Ourselves a new bow. Hey there, pros. Welcome in. How's it going?
invisible dog. It's a rivalry as old as time. Oh, wrong spell. Flashbanging myself instead of healing. Just dropped off GF and her friend off. Nice. You want to buy this game? Yeah, no, they definitely got me the day that it released. The nostalgia with this one is strong with me. So. Next paycheck. Nice. Yeah, I guess they have it on Game Pass too, but... Oh, I missed. Almost committed kitty suicide. You haven't made it really far in the OG. You see, this was like one of the games I just played the absolute hell out of back when I was a kid. Oh, the magic's so ridiculous in this. Yeah, if you do like Mage's Guild in this game... Where is this man? I hear him talking shit. Either way, no, if you do the Mage's Guild in this game, you get the ability to like create your own spells.
Oblivion take you! What is it
and,
you want from me?
It is just so ridiculous.
Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why?
I don't remember it quite well at this point, because you gotta figure it was almost 20 years ago that I was like really, really heavily playing this game.
Oh, really? Everyone in town? That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention. You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you. You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually. Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more. There's no way to be absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research. Really? I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah, here. Stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind. It should be fine. I've already given you the scroll. Stand in the middle of town, read it, poof! It is exactly like magic.
Because it is magic.
I am sorry about that. Just use the reverse. Just leave.
Okay. Having base spells in Skyrim is fun, but you want to make your own. Oh yeah, for sure. And as I said, like just the possibilities of what you can do, just it gets goofy. I don't remember particulars, but I just remember like having a lot of stupid fun with it back in the day. Okay, gotta get the scroll equipped. It's just gonna be in here, right? Yes. Use scroll and guitar gave me and people of Ayleswell are once again visible. Durham Serethi would probably like to congratulate me on my success. It's amazing what 20 years referencing sequel mechanics can do for a remaster. Yeah, they haven't changed that much, but they've changed just enough with this game to make it feel like new and exciting for me, but like kept it like close enough to the original to where like all of my
I can't
nostalgia
tell you how good
is
it
still
feels to
there.
be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible.
You're right, the nav
me.
bar is a nice addition.
Friend, you are welcome at the Ayleswell Inn anytime, free of charge.
The only complaint that I have about this remaster so far is that there is a dark elf named Aldous Athran, I believe his name is, up in Shaden Hall. He's like a drunk. And in the OG, he sang a really goofy song about cliff racers. And so far, I have not heard him sing that. And I think they might have taken it out because it's a new voice actor for the Dark Elf.
We haven't seen him since that whole invisibility mess. I hope it stays that way. There's never any charge for you, friend. Upstairs, first door on the left.
Sweet.
You too.
And go level up. Is this really the room? No. Okay, is this the room? Yes. It's all suddenly so obvious to you, you just have to concentrate. All the energy and time you've wasted is a sin. But without the experience you've gained, taking risks, taking responsibility for failure, how could you have understood? Alright. What are we gonna do? Let's do some more intelligence and willpower, because I do want to do some magic at some point. And what else do we need? Throw a couple more into strength for the hand-to-hand, I guess. Okay. I guess let's keep making our way down towards... I haven't decided if we're going down towards Skingrad or the Imperial City yet. I think we'll do Skingrad, because I was just in the Imperial City the other day a little bit. Oblivion Gate already? I thought those weren't supposed to be a thing until Kvatch. Huh. Yeah, I thought that you weren't supposed to be able to, like, mine these until you do the little quest to Kvatch, and you go through that first one. No, I'm definitely gonna go through the gate. But yeah, no, I'd started a playthrough the other day, pros, and I started as an Imperial because I had never started as that race before. But then, like, every time that I was talking to a Khajiit or a Argonian, I was just wishing that I had started as either one of those races. So I saw the little trend that people were doing where they made their cats in Oblivion. So I had to do that for my little guy. We're just starting over. Okay, so here we go. Again, I still think it's weird that we're finding this right now. Okay, I see a scam. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. He moved. Yes. Well, Oblivion looks insane. This is my first time going through one of these gates. You like the Argonians most of the beast races. They are really cool. And you get nice starting bonuses with them. I was literally, yeah, water breathing. Maybe I'm wrong about there not being Oblivion gates in the world usually until after Kvatch, but I could swear that I've never once in my time playing these games gone through an Oblivion gate before Kvatch. Lusty Arcodian maid. Yeah, I've already found that book a couple of times. It's been a joy so far playing this game, like rediscovering all the different things, all the little inside jokes that I forgot about. Light arm is like a second skin, derpity derp derp. At apprentice level. Stop setting me on fire. Seeing people debate about if it was a remake or a remaster was really cool. Yeah, no, people will just find any ways to split hairs and argue and just nitpick things on the internet, won't they? I saw like the modders response, like the people who are making like Skyblivion. I saw them like make their response to this, to the news that this was coming out, and I thought that it was such an adult response, and like just for once like a healthy and refreshing kind of perspective where they were like both of these like separate projects can live independently and still like have their own merits. Base code is the same. People looked into the code really quickly. Well, again, I'm glad that they didn't change too much. Touched it up, added new stuff, etc. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would have been disappointed if they would have changed too much about it, because I have way too many like member berries involved in this game. Like the first Elder Scrolls game I played ever was Morrowind, but I was never able to get the hang of that one completely to the point where like I got into it like Oblivion. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. I didn't mean drop your body down to the bottom of the tower. Now we gotta go check to see what you got. But yeah, after Oblivion came out, I really dove headfirst into Bethesda games there for a while, because Oblivion was just all-consuming for me. It was like the be-all, end-all. And then I played a little bit of Fallout 3. Oh. I thought that was water. It's not water. But yeah, I played a little bit of Fallout 3 when it first came out. But then like the next like Bethesda game that really took over my life was Skyrim. And if a fan project gets salty about the OG creators of a game releasing a massive remaster, then they're just comic book guys, to be honest. Yeah. No, Todd Howard was like in the median. So Oblivion remastered, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, it's a no-brainer idea, though, because, like, I'm sure they sold a ridiculous amount of numbers the first day that they released this. You really love Fallout 3. It's one of your favorite games of all time. You see, I'm trying to think of how far I made it originally when I was playing it back when I was like a teenager. I'd probably made it like... It wasn't to the point where your dad died. It was a little bit before that. So not that far. But then I just played it, I don't know, last year, I want to say. And I finally finished it. Well, finished as much as I'm ever going to. Just like raiding the Wasteland more than anything. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the thing about any of these Bethesda games, though, is that like the story is cool and everything, but like it always kind of takes backseat to just wandering around and exploring. Really like the Wasteland Survival Guide missions, yeah, for sure. Minefield Quest is really, really cool. I remember the first time walking in and I wasn't expecting the sniper, and I was just like kind of, slowly taking my time walking through and trying to disarm all the mines, and then he just started unloading on me, and I panicked and started to run through the town, and just everything was blowing up around me. So yeah, it definitely made for a memorable experience. So I need to remember the names of all these towers. Haven't been to Landslide. Fnatic tactically needed to salvage those mines for the cap, so yeah, for sure. How else am I gonna load up on ammo to mag dump? Yeah. Yeah, no, if you don't like salvage, like, or if you don't like spend your time being a little bit of a scrounger in those games, then it is kind of easy to like run out of resources, you know? Okay, we've done the tsunami. That's why follower mods are so important. You need your pack mules, yeah. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I guess I need to pick one and go down to the bottom of that tower. Been working on your salt runs again. Nice. What kind of challenge runs are you doing this time? I've been so bad about my Salt and Sanctuary playthrough because I got this new console and then I was playing Jedi Survivor instead of Salt and Sanctuary for a while, and now I just started Anotria the other day, and then once Liza P DLC comes out, I'm gonna be doing that. So yeah, no. Salt and Sanctuary playthrough is something where I'm just kind of picking it up when I have the time and inclination to do so. Just shaving time off. Hadn't played in months, maybe a year. Still beat in 8 hours. Nice. 16 to 32 hour game. Are we talking about Salt and Sacrifice, or are we talking about Salt and Sanctuary there? Yeah, in my Salt and Sanctuary run, I just got through Red Hall of Cages and the Dome of the Forgotten or whatever. So the next time I do eventually pick it up, I'll be going into Hager's Cavern or whatever. OG Salt and Sanctuary, nice. That's what I like about OG Salt and Sanctuary. Like, I don't know that much about Salt and Sacrifice, but like, if you get very familiar with that game, you can just kind of blow through that game. Because you know the routes to take, you know the shortcuts, you know the best ways to take down what bosses or whatever, you know. I'm definitely not to that level where I'd be able to beat it in 8 hours, though. Nowhere close. They're studying the world record run for Salt and Sanctuary. Gonna be implementing his strats in your runs. Nice. Who holds the world record for Salt and Sanctuary run? Uh-oh. One of those stupid mines. I forgot about those things. What's this do? Oh, yeah. Got that the Oblivion portals are not the most interesting things right off the bat. Because everything's just like a scamp. Okay, what's this one? Eruption. Have I done been there? "36 minutes. Utropy, Japanese streamer. Wow. That's insane. Damn it. Wrong spell. About to be switching your game's language to Japanese for the sake of faster dialogue. Makes a world of difference. Going for no death runs. That world record is not a no death run. Even just a no-death run of that game's insane. I don't think that I'd ever be able to get past Witch of the Lake without dying. Like, even if I was, like, got to the point where I was, like, so good at all the other bosses, I don't think that I'd ever be able to get past Witch of the Lake without dying. Any Soul-style game with no death run is ridiculous. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the whole point of a Souls game. You've beaten her on a first try and run before? Well, that is pretty incredible in my opinion. Yeah, that is the boss in that game that I think that I dread the most. I don't even know if she was the one that killed me the most though, or if she was just the one that like I got most frustrated with because of the way I was dying. If that makes sense. Oh, I thought I got you. Oh, I did, but there was a second one. Hard part of being here is when your naked glass cannon dark mage is on New Game Plus 2. Suddenly one hit is all it takes to kill you. Invested in the shields after that. That's not issue with you were a staff user. Whoa. I've never really used staves or the magic that much in Salt and Sanctuary. You can't use a staff and shield together, so you had to like swap back and forth. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Even just the other day, I was trying to like, well, I wasn't trying, I did end up like beating New Game Plus 2 on Elden Ring, but I was fighting the final boss, and I had like my build set up in such a way that I was like switching back and forth between two weapons during part of the fight. And even just doing that was enough to like confuse my smooth brain. That's how you got good at rolling in that game. Yeah, no, the magic shotgun is more than a doozy. Like, I have PTSD just from the sound of it going off, I think. Who just makes a hallway like this? Well, that's cool. Little stained glass oblivion window there. Your thing about Soul-style games is that you have to beat that first optional boss. I can't imagine getting through Unspeakable Deep with the amount of damage that you're doing against that dude. That sounds so hard. So I'm guessing you'd have to beat like Genichiro then, and Sekiro. Or like in Elden Ring, you'd have to beat the Grafted Scion. Yeah, no, I've made it like a minute and a half into fighting Unspeakable Deep, but I've definitely never come close to actually beating it. I've just survived for a decent amount of time before. Gonna getcha. Punched him in the butt. Damn it, wrong button. Ooh. I didn't see that guy. Oh, this guy's still alive? Or is this a different one? Damn it. Oh well. I was hoping that my acrobatics was high enough just to jump down there and hit up the blood fountain. Unspeakable Deep has a very noticeable crouch when it's about to pounce, and it will stand up to attack, but its attacks are all from the front. You roll behind the deep when it's prepping the attack, then you can attack them while it's back to you. Stamina regens fast enough to get like 2 attacks and then roll behind again. You make it sound so easy. Oh, okay, everybody saw me all at once. Do Pauper and Mage runs. Then you can get 3 hits in with the spear and the sword from Pauper and Mage respectively. Make it sound easy because you've done it hundreds of times. That is definitely fair. It's still impressive though. Your rusty KD is lower than what it used to be. I imagine it's hard to like stay in practice though. Like you say you haven't like played it in like almost a year. And even if you've done something like that many times, I don't know, like for me, like just it would be impossible for me to like even get to that kind of level, because as soon as I would play a different game, all of that kind of like muscle memory and whatnot that would help me in the first game would be gone. It would just be erased. had other obligations come up, you just don't play mini games. Yeah, that's fair. I play too many games. You have a personal goal in mind with Salt that you haven't beat. Is that one that you've told me about before? No death run of Salt and Sanctuary 200 times maxing out your skills. Wow. So does that mean you'd have to start over if you die during any part of those 200 runs? Yes, but the game stops getting harder after New Game Plus 7. Doesn't make it any less harrowing not to mess up. Just because it stops getting harder after the 7th time doesn't mean that it's still not going to be hard the following 193 times. Maybe you should go for the world record? Start with a sub-hour, no damage, all boss run.
Speak.
Has anybody done a sub-hour no-death run before? I know you said that the world record holder did it in 36 minutes or whatever, but that wasn't a no-death run. But for what you've seen? Oh. Most runs involve a death of some kind. Does the death in there, like, give you like a skip or something? Like, does it cut down on your time somehow in your run? You need it for the bloody writ. To get the order of the betrayer. Is that the, like the Covenant? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Really strong magic, but the downside is that it comes at the cost of defense. So it further feeds into the glass cannon builds. You go from glass cannon to cheap glass from Dollar Tree. Over encumbered. Alright, time to drop some crap. about to build your third computer. I'm using the wrong spell because I was reading. That's cool. Like third of all time, or like third current one that you own. Or both, you know? Either way, again, very impressive. Sounds time consuming. Currently own 2 computers, so you are building. I got you. Just came from there. One for gaming, the other for streaming and recording. Had it all figured out at one point with one PC. And it's a good thing to be a nerd. Everybody should be a nerd about something. Now you have to do all the streaming and recording with another computer. I don't want to do the alien rune right now. I don't have enough carry weight, carry space. Yeah, I don't know anything when it comes to like building computers or anything like that. Like I felt bad because was trying to like give a good recommendation for a gaming computer for my girlfriend at one point, or she was asking for one. I wasn't trying to give one, rather. But I was like, I have no idea. I'm sorry. And then she ended up getting something that it's alright. It does the job, but hindsight, she should have gotten something with more RAM because it only has 8 gigs or whatever. So a lot of like newer games, it just doesn't really run.
Why won't you die?
But yeah, for as much as I game, I'm not very technically inclined. Grew up with PS2, GameCube, and several pre-built PCs that were kept for several years. Only buying new parts from now on. Nice. Yeah, again, I know multiple people who are like that, and I just... We crashed. Oh no. Hopefully it didn't set us back that far. I believe it is on Game Pass, but I gotta be honest, whenever it released Pros, I was the type of tool that as soon as it released, I didn't even wait for anything to happen. I was just like, oh, take my money, there you go. So yeah, I guess I'm part of the problem when it comes to, like, capitalism in gaming. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. I was really, really excited about it. And I knew I wanted it, so I got it. However, I will say that since I've been working so much, I haven't had time to, like, spend a whole lot of my own money. So I have kind of found myself, like, to the point where, like, I'm getting, like, stupid crap sometimes with my money. Just because I'm like, oh, I have extra money, I can afford it. Like, I'll drop like $60, $70 for Oblivion, and then my couch has been broken for the past, like, couple of months. So I never have time to, like, go anywhere to, like, look at a new couch or anything. So I finally said fuck it, and I just dropped a decent amount of money on a couch to get delivered. Because that's just where I'm at in my life. And my tiny little parking lot at my restaurant is being taken away here soon, so that we can put outdoor seating out at the restaurant. And instead of me trying to, like, figure out parking, I dropped like $200 for a parking pass at a parking garage, just because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my life, is that, like, I'm at the point where I will just throw the extra money away because I don't have any free time and I want my own convenience. Okay, don't use Game Pass. Have a big enough backlog of games that when you see a game that you really want to play, you'll buy it. Worked a bunch of OT for 2 months to fill an apartment from scratch. You see, my problem was when I first moved out way back in the day, is that I did not do that. I just spent the first, like, year or two of my life with, like, barely any furniture. You were literally sleeping on the floor. Yeah, no, that's how I was for quite some time. For the first, like, week, I just had, like, a mat, and then I ended up getting an air mattress. And then for the longest time I had like, it wasn't a twin bed, it must have been like a full or something, but like, it was not big. Have a bunk bed with the top bunk as storage. A futon was your first bed and a bunch of tables. Got some standing shelves a while back. Nice. That was your dishes. Well, that was something else, is that for the longest time I just didn't do dishes either. Just like paper stuff all the time. Just because I never had time to do nothing, or the inclination to do anything. And now I'm at the point in my life where I am getting extremely excited about a new sectional and a storage ottoman. And yeah, dishes are just about the worst. Went to the Dollar Tree and bought like 20 dishes. Yeah, I remember at my old apartment it sucked because I didn't even have like a 2-bay sink. Just had like a little single sink. Like it wouldn't have been like that bad if I had the setup at my house to wash dishes like what I have at the restaurant. It wouldn't be so bad, you know? Nice high power sprayer. Goblin Jim's Cave. Two dishes and basins. Flush that down the toilet when you're done. Oh, that sounds terrible. White skin goblin. Don't want to clean your sink. You flush it down the toilet, but you don't have to touch the food at the bottom or throw it away. All flushed. Alright. I am definitely not judging. I am definitely, yeah, no, everybody's got their own way of doing things. And their own, hang-ups as well. It's a sensory thing. I get it. Yeah, no, as I said, I know quite a few people like that. And then I've also, like, worked with, like, absolutely unhinged, insane people, in food service before. Like, there was this one little absolute gremlin of a human being. It was back when I worked at a Pizza Hut, way back in the day. And this little gremlin would literally grab food scraps out of the bottom of the sink and eat them. And that was about the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. But I guess that's what you get for working at a Pizza Hut. You know a guy who regularly drinks bong water. Okay, does he... I'm guessing that's not the only questionable thing that he does. That, or I'm sure he's got some opinions that are interesting. He was dared once and kept doing it. He's like, you know what? This is not bad. Oh, man, that's good. I'm just picturing him like, you know, swirling the bonk around like it's a wine glass, and he's whatever it's called, a sommelier, whatever, sommelier. I don't know. I'm not fancy and I don't know fucking... Yeah. I'm not good at pronunciation. I'm not good at anything, so... One unique human being who lets no one affect his inner world. You know what? Those are some of the best people, though. I gotta be honest. Beyond the fact of them just being entertaining to be around, I also like people like that because you can I don't know, you can rely on them to be, like, real and honest, you know? Don't have to, like, guess what they're thinking all the time. Autistic stoners are some of the most unique people you've ever met. I mean, that's like most of the people you meet in food service, quite honestly. You work in healthcare? That makes sense as well. But yeah, no, I work in food service. But yeah, no, like most of the dishwashers, prep cooks, line cooks I've ever met, they could probably fall into that category. Need a part-time job, you can't keep doing overtime where you work. Are you saying a part-time instead of you doing your overtime? You'll make less, but you'll have variety. You know what? That's fair. Because whenever you end up doing that same thing over and over again for that many hours in a week, yeah, no, it wears on you. That's real. Petition, you want to buy a house? That is always a respectable and worthy goal. Wasn't a bedroll down here, right?
To arms! To arms!
Oh. Hello. Oh, it's Goblin Jim. And his headless zombie.
Die, you mangy house cat! I'm just warming
Hey!
up, you pathetic worm!
Who you call me names? Okay, well, Goblin Jim is kicking my ass. May even get a fixer-upper. Always kind of felt like that would be a fun way to go get in your own house, because, like, beyond the fact of, like, you're saving money, you can also, like, personalize and kind of make things your own when you're doing the fix and upping. My problem would be is that whenever I would get around to that free time. But yeah, no, personalization's important. I think that it's safe to say that one of the most sought after things in your life is just having a place that you can call your home. And a big part of that is making it feel like your own and just feel safe and personalized. Cozy. Okay. Should probably increase that just a little bit. What else? This will be your first home, not forever home. Fair enough. But either way, no matter what amount of time you're going to be spending at a place, if it's going to be like your home base, wherever you're going to be spending all of your time, day in, day out, wherever you're going to be laying your head at the end of a long day. Wow, okay. Wow, really? Wow, really? But yeah, it's important that, in my opinion, that wherever you lay your head at the end of the day has stuff that makes you feel happy and gives you a chance to decompress and just makes you feel like a human being, you know? Because if not, as you said, like, whenever you're putting in, like, the overtime and doing those things to, like, you know, survive and get through life, if you don't have, like, stuff that makes you feel like a human being when you go home, none of that really matters. Looking for something 3-bed, need some work. Buy 2-room, make a master suite with private bathroom, kitchen, rent out the spare room for some extra cash. Nice. Got a good plan for things. I am stuck. idea is to find a small one-bedroom, make it into a two-bedroom house. That would be much cheaper and a lot more cozy. Okay, things definitely got touch and go there for a second. We're definitely going to need to get some health potions when we go into town. Oh. Yeah, I'm not reading the 7-page book. Rest and level up again. Might do a mobile home, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people do some really, really cool stuff with mobile homes before. There's always connotations behind it or whatever, but I've seen people do some really, really cool stuff with mobile homes. I heard of house hacking. No, I have not. Let me just drop down over here. And this is where I just was. That is one thing that they vastly improved on in Skyrim, is they put like exits at the end of most of their dungeons, so that you didn't need to backtrack through the rest of it. It's where you buy a house for the minimum down, have roommates to offset the cost of the mortgage. I've heard of people doing that, I just hadn't heard that term before, if I'm being honest. Use up to 75% of potential rental income to qualify for a loan. Yeah, no, I mean, especially the way that the state of things are in the country and the housing market and whatnot, I certainly don't blame people for doing things like that. I had to wait just because it looks prettier during morning time. Skingrad was the first city that I wandered into during my first playthrough of this game almost 20 years ago. I remember because there's that quest with that wood elf. I forget his name. Glarthier? I don't know. We'll find out here soon. But there's a quest where there's this paranoid wood elf that makes you follow around all of his neighbors and shit. And I remember that's one of the first things I did in this game. rental income for renting out, say 2 or 3 bedrooms. You live in the last one. Mortgage is like $400 a month. Charge that much, maybe $500 per room. Mortgage and utilities paid, and then some. For sure. Like I said, it's good that you're thinking these kind of things through so heavily. Just getting the funds is the most grueling part. Yeah, well, that's always the most grueling part.
Good. I'm Gaston Cirilli. Perhaps you've met my brother David. Together, we are the Cirilli Brothers Winery. The West Weald is a good place. Irina Geranis isn't the friendliest person in the world, but not a bad sort when you get to know her. Skingrad is the wine-producing capital of Tamriel. You must sample our local wines. You'll never taste better. The 415 vintages were particularly good. The 399, well, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, if you can find a bottle. Good day.
Over here! Yes, you.
Oh, there he is.
We need to talk. We can't talk here. Too public. Meet me behind the great chapel at midnight. Don't let anyone follow you. I'll make it worth your while.
Okay, they found a way to make him look even more crazy. Cool. Good.
How are you?
Fair to Midland. How you doing,
Something
Doc?
to report? What are you looking for? The guilds are inside the north walls, to the west. Glarther, total nutcase, if you ask me. But he's never done anything, yet, that we could arrest him for. Battlehorn Castle, near Coral, is besieged by marauders. I wish I could go and save them. Goodbye.
Hi. I'm Bernadette Penelis. I work for Tamika. I grow grapes for her wines. Concerning this, I can only speak to a friend.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess
We'll
we're gonna
see.
have to do this super duper fun minigame.
Sure. Not now. Such adventure. Is that so?
That is so. It is decidedly so.
Not now. I salute you. That's pretty good. That's Is that sure? Don't waste your flattery on me. Sure. Don't. Such adventures. How I envy you. Don't talk my life. Hopefully. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's Hopefully. Not. Don't try to manipulate me. Gracious. That's just. Don't try to manipulate me. That's just talk. Sure. Don't waste your flattery on me.
I like how everything else I forget about this game, but that stupid fucking minigame, when it comes to persuading people, I remember so well.
I don't mean to gossip, but he is more than a bit strange. However, he's always been tolerated as the town eccentric. I've lived here all my life, grown grapes. It's all I know. Fresh air, mountains, the grapes on the vine. It's just beautiful. Take care.
I do think this is one of my favorite cities in Oblivion. Maybe, again, it's because it's the first one I came into, but, like, I've always just loved the architecture here. And the little, like, cobblestone streets.
A sweet roll? But of course, Salmo is famous for his sweet rolls. One taste, and you are in heaven. On top of the world, yes? I suppose Count Hasseldor keeps Skingrad running smoothly, but you hardly ever see the man. I could never leave Skingrad. All my good friends here would die without my sweet rolls. The rest of the world must suffer as best it can without me. You too.
Me children will thank you for your help.
Palphagus.
Thank you, kind sir. Anvil is all in an uproar. First, the chapel attacked. Now, the prophet ranting about the end of the world. Blessings of Anu upon ye.
I am Ambrose Can, grape grower for Cerilli Brothers. I'm also an advanced trainer for weapon and shield parries. I think Glathir is having one of his bad spells lately. Have you noticed? Fadas Calidius at the Fighters Guild also teaches block, but he'd be the first to admit I'm his superior in every way. Take care.
Wow. Aren't you cool?
No time to talk.
He's just a little guy.
What is it? What is it? What do you want? You two.
Nothing from you, I guess.
Fight well.
The news from Anvil is...
May the
Here,
wind
sell
be
some
on your
stuff.
back.
Glarthir is acting even stranger than usual, don't you think?
No. Undena Orethi grows some good tomatoes. Yep, they sure are good tomatoes.
Tomato.
I'm sorry, I wasn't
tomato,
ready for that.
Daedra, Deidre, it's all the same to me.
Bye.
No.
Head on.
Oh, God. This is why you always have to just let them talk.
Welcome to Colovian Traders, Skingrad's finest selection of general merchandise. I'm Gunder. Just let me know what you want. Marie Paliella is quite a hard worker. She's in the chapel day and night, tending to the sick and injured. I like Skingrad just fine. Folks are a little quiet by Skyrim standards, but they're friendly and loyal when they get to know you. Good day. Welcome to see.
Let's go ahead and get our extra 1 gold for everything that we're selling.
Oh, where'd you... Don't waste... What a great... You can't scare me. Oh, don't try to manipulate. What a great... That's just talk. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't even remember picking that up. But yeah, having a water-breathing amulet this early, that's pretty good.
An excellent bargain. That's a good deal.
Yeah, I don't need that.
An excellent bargain. You drive a hard bargain. You got a great deal there. That's more than I'd use. That's more than I'd usually pay. A good price for a good customer. That's more than I'd usually pay. A good price. You drive a hard bargain. That's a good deal. You drive a hard bargain. You've made a good bit of gold. A good price for a good customer. That's more than I'd usually pay. Thanks for your business. Be seeing you.
Okay, quick save really quick so that the game crashes again. I don't need to sell all that again. You know what we should do? Let's brew up some bullshit potions to sell.
What do you want?
I want to sell you some bullshit.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? That's a good deal. Thank you. Come again. Goodbye.
Okay, let's go check out the Mages Guild.
What? Who are you? Well, who cares? I'm Druya. You want something? Or are you just practicing your Cyrodiilic?
Adriana can make you a member of the guild if you can convince her to take her nose out of whatever book she's reading. Necromancy may be legal in Cyrodiil, but few will openly admit to practicing it now that the Mages Guild has banned it. It's a town like any other. Well, go outside and there's the mountains and wines and sheep. Here in town, though, nothing special. What can I interest you in?
You just found out mobile home park near you with a private lake requires 10% down. Most expensive house is 35K. Not too bad, no. Not too bad at all. Just judging by my limited perspective with it. And also with a private lake is very cool, but I am biased when it comes to stuff like that. I grew up in this town down in Maryland that had this really, really cool lake right down the street from where I lived. Like, I would go down there like almost every day. And that's one of my favorite childhood memories. Is just going down, hanging out at the lake, riding bikes, feeding ducks, geese. I'd get razzed by the geese all the time. And then I got in trouble because I would scoop up the turtles that would walk out of the lake and onto the shore, and I'd scoop them up and I'd put them in the basket on my bike, and I'd ride around the lake and I'd pretend like I'd have E.T. in my basket. But then one of the rangers caught me one time and got me in trouble with my parents. Gotta find 2 roommates, have them pay your mortgage, and you can fish. No swimming though. Honestly, out of those 2 activities, I'd much prefer to fish over swim, but that's because I am terrible at swimming. like I'm like real life Ezio Auditore from or no, not Ezio, Altair from Assassin's Creed, because I just can't. Like I can swim for a little bit, but like I after a certain point, like I get really really bad if my feet aren't touching the ground. Like I can't like stay floating for that long. So I guess I really can't swim. Maybe I just can't. I don't know. No, I definitely can't go as long as I need. So I guess I just can't swim. I guess if like I ever went out on a boat and it got wrecked, I'd just be fucked. Skill's too low for it right now, but I still want to get it.
Come back and see me again. Farewell.
Okay, don't put that on there. Oh. I didn't even realize that I had those other spells. Guess it would help if I went to the All tab. I've been on Self the entire time. I didn't even realize I had destruction spells. Alright, so we want to do Cold Touch instead of the Fireball then. Or the Frost Ball, whatever. Okay, that's the button I was trying to use. I'm gonna put that on here. What is I have here? Demoralize. That's the power, okay.
It's that the priests and priestesses of the Chapel of Dibella have all been murdered.
Bye.
You too.
Blessed we are.
Where's Orthor? I haven't seen him lately.
He's probably still out at the cave. Adriana hasn't let him work here in a long time.
Bye.
Take care. Well met.
I'm Salinas Vasinus of the Mages Guild, and I'm so pleased to make your acquaintance. The guild has quite a few connections, and it always helps to know the right people, wouldn't you say? you should think about joining. The Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did, but we lost quite a few members when the practice of necromancy was banned. Have you met Adriana Berena, our Skingrad Mages Guild head? Not the most pleasant person, I'll admit. Don't mind her. Interested in training? I do the conjuration courses, and Druja does the mysticism. What can I interest you in?
Guessing there are certain schools of magic that I'm just gonna have to train before I can even use any of these spells.
You too.
Hello there. You want me? You sure? I'm Vigga. I'm Mages Guild, but I don't train or anything. The best spells are closely guarded by the Guild, but are available to high-ranking members. You should consider joining. I don't know what Archmage Trevin has against necromancy, but the first thing he did after taking over the Mages Guild was to ban its practice. Well, it's a bit rugged. Nothing like the Arcane University. Have to go to the Imperial City to buy anything, but it's good enough, I suppose. What can I interest you in?
All of his spells are really good.
Take care.
Too good for us
How
right now.
are you? What? I'm rather busy right now. Oh, is this about joining the Mages Guild? I suppose I could spare the time if necessary. What, you want a tour? Can't you see I have a lot on my mind? Go bother a beggar or a guard. They stand around and chatter all day. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? You're interested in joining? Great things will be expected of you. Are you sure you're ready for it? You're interested in joining? Great things will be expected of you. Are you sure you're ready for it? Then, you are now an associate of the Mages Guild. You must receive a recommendation from every local guild hall in Cyrodiil before you may advance through the ranks of the guild. In the meantime, as a member of the guild, you now have full access to the guild halls around Cyrodiil. Only the Arcane University is close to you. It's been the home of the Mages Guild for the longest time. You should see the library they have there. It's the only place worth visiting in the Imperial City, if you ask me. I only make the trip if I can't find a specific book here. There's at least one person in every guild hall who offers spells. Check at every hall to make sure you don't miss any. I'm afraid I haven't given it much thought. I'm rather busy, you understand. My research occupies nearly all of my time. Now that I think about it, I do have a small problem concerning Earthor. He's one of the guild mages here. Think you can do something about it? Excellent. I just don't have the time to search for him again, but I do need to consult him about some notes he borrowed. You might want to ask around and see if anyone can be of some help. Let me know when he's back and you'll have your recommendation. He's an interesting fellow. Salinas Fascinus can tell you more about him if you wish to know. Salinas should be around here somewhere. Talk to him if you'd like to know more about Earthor. Any luck finding Have Earthor see me when he gets back, Associate.
Dokely dokely.
What is it, Associate? I hear you got quite a task from Adriana. A nice enough guy, I suppose, but there was that awful scamp incident last year. That's when Adriana told him he needed to practice somewhere else. Somewhere else. Meaning somewhere far away. So he settled down in Bleak Flats Cave, did all his work there, and came back to town twice a week to check in. Hasn't been around lately, though. Oh dear. I just can't seem to remember where that is. What a shame.
Why do I not trust you after you say that?
Oh dear. I just can't seem to remember where that is. What a shame.
I don't believe
the guild
you.
can provide you with some training, but the best trainers are usually very hard to find. I'm here to help if you need me.
Greeting. What can I do for you? It's just northwest of Skingrad. Here, see it on the map? That's where Earthor wound up after Adrian told him he couldn't practice in
Thanks,
the guild
you're
hall
way more
anymore.
helpful than this
She
douchebag.
probably doesn't even remember that. You might want to make sure she remembers, especially the part about it being her idea. I haven't seen him in quite some time. Adriana may read too much, but you should see the summon spells she taught Vigga. He might teach you if you're skilled enough. Good luck finding Earthor.
What can I do for you? Good that you want to get better. I'm here to help if you need me.
I do want to start using other magic, so...
Hurry up before I change
Might as well
my
start
mind.
training when I can, I guess.
What? What do people do here? In town, shopkeepers, smiths, priests, the usual. Fighters and mages guild. The rest are farmers or herders. Wines are a Skingrad specialty, and the Cerealy and Tamika vineyards are famous all over Cyrodiil. Have a good day now.
Okay. Let's go and... Oh. Saying that we should remind Adrian before we go and check out the cave, I guess?
Good afternoon.
Yes?
I saw Ugak Gramoga
Hello,
earlier.
Associate.
At least
You're here about that recommendation, I presume. I'll need to speak with Earthor before I write it. Oh, I do remember telling him to go there. Well, we'll just have to do something about that, won't we? By we, I mean you, of course. I have something that may... I'll be here when you get back. Good luck.
I think...
Well, if it was Ugak, you could
She
be
just
sure
give
she
me
had
like
some
a
good
basic
animal.
fireball spell. Okay, no.
You too, man.
I was about to say, if she gives me the same one that I just bought, I'm gonna be a little blown, but...
Hello. The prey approaches.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am the knight. I am the predator. I am the one who knocks. No, I'm just kidding. They have bay horses down here.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Oh, hold up. This will probably be one of the last things we do. Or the last thing we do. And then we'll wrap it up for the day. Going to getcha. That fireball really wiped him out. But I think if I remember correctly, fire does bonus damage against zombies, maybe? How do we get through here? Is there a tunnel down here? Something like that? No. What's over here though? The arrow sticking out of the top of his head like that is funny. I miss. Oh, I almost shot him.
Well met, you. How did you get in here? Are those horrible creatures gone? I'm not going anywhere until they're gone. Horrible things. Are the creatures gone? I don't dare move a muscle until they're all dispatched.
Okay, where am I missing one? Dog, I think they're all dead. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna hurt you anymore, man.
Well met, guildmate. Are the creatures gone? I don't dare move them.
Well, he says he doesn't dare move a muscle, but like... Dog, they're all dead. Right?
Are the creatures gone? I don't dare move.
What if I wait an hour?
Well, are the creatures gone? I don't dare.
Okay. Is he just stuck here? Oh no, there's one right here.
Well met, guildmate.
Okay, are you done being scared now?
Leave the cave. Oh, thank you.
Look at how small he
I'm ever
looks.
so grateful. You're heading back to Skingrad, aren't you? Could I maybe come with you? It'd be safer, I think. So, what do you say? Oh, thank you. You're just too kind. I'll be right behind you. The The services provided at the Arcane University are just priceless. You can create your own enchantments there. I can't wait to be back in Skingrad, safe and sound.
My in real life cat that my character is based off of is sleeping on my lap right now. And he's like snoring so loud. Enjoy your lurk, pros. Once we get back to town, I'm probably going to be ending the stream. So enjoy your lurk for the last little bit here, and thanks so much for being here and chatting me up and just hanging out and just being a friend. As always, thanks. And it's always great to see you. Of course. Yeah. Always great having you. Hero's fate is known when the hero's fame has grown. Sounds like a rhyme that they would say in Fable. I don't know. That's another game I haven't thought of in a while, Fable. That was another big one for me back in the day. But like the original Fable back on Xbox. Or I guess it was I had the Lost Chapters edition. But it was put back on the original Xbox before they came out with like Anniversary and whatnot. That was another huge game for me back in the day. I guess that was before even Oblivion for me. Because Oblivion was on 360. I remember because when Oblivion first came out, me and my brother got the 360 together in Oblivion because we were just so excited for it. And within a week, our 360 red ringed.
How can I help you?
Because, you know, that was just how things went back then. And we had to get a whole new Xbox. So I had to start the whole playthrough over, which I had only made it like to level 6 to 8 or so. So it wasn't that bad.
Greetings,
And
apprentice.
also,
Hi
I was so excited to play the
Maria.
game that I really didn't mind starting over at
Adriana,
that point.
Well
back.
met.
I was rescued.
Have you spoken
yeah.
with
So it would
Adriana
seem.
today?
You are
I
unharmed,
did, in
I
fact.
presume.
I don't
Well,
think she was paying attention,
Pride is a
though.
little wounded.
See you.
Sensory
Farewell.
overload with everybody
You're lucky
talking
I
all at
bothered to
once.
send someone after you
My
at all.
pleasure, really.
In the future,
Where's
would you
Urthor?
please
I
be
haven't
more
seen him
careful?
lately.
He's probably still out of the cave.
Yes.
Adriana hasn't
I'll
let him
just
work here in a long
Pack
time.
up my supplies and be on
Good
my way
night.
then.
Be seeing
Thank you for sending someone to help me.
Hello,
Well,
He's
Espada
not
von
still in the
Castle
cave,
near
he's right
Cornwall
here,
is
you
besieged
idiot.
by marauders. I wish I could go and
Greetings.
save them.
I see. Good day.
Yeah, duh. Good luck
What do you want?
telling what anybody said there. Or being able to tell what anybody said there, rather. Because, yeah, everybody was talking all at once. I was just
I've
lost
spoken
there.
with Urthor, who seems to be all right. Good work. I'll see to it that your recommendation is sent in as soon as I have a free moment. As I've said, I'm rather busy. I'll get to it eventually, though, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Hello.
I'm so assured. Alright, let's level up, and then I'm gonna call it. And
Oh, hello.
I will more than likely
there.
be on tomorrow at some point. It might be not until tomorrow night, or like depending upon like what else I get done during my day. I might do a little two-parter, like once in the evening and then once at nighttime. But we'll see. I got a lot of things I want to do tomorrow. I want to do some IRL Stardew Valley-esque stuff. Clear out my garden finally. Plant some peppers and some tomatoes and stuff. And, yeah, get some other outside work done tomorrow. But, yeah, thanks again for hanging out, pros, and chatting up. It's always wonderful having you here. If there's anybody else lurking, hanging out in the background, thanks for being here as well. And maybe I'll see you around sometime. This has been A Boy Named Sue, coming at you live straight from a baked potato, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you next time.